So I've got a layout here for what I said I was going to do. Excuse the snake eggs I'm sitting on. Okay, so the layout, past, present, future. The book gives like some pretty good tips. So this is the book. Dun, 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 dun. That's it there. Get a nice quick flash of it. So it's about $6 on the internet. Card fortune telling, ancient and modern methods. Yeah. So I traditionally cut the deck left hand, as I outlined on the last video. I'm not doing reverse meanings with this one. I don't think it's necessary, although as I pointed out, depends what the cards are coupled with and what kind of run we're getting with suits or commonalities or themes emerging. Okay, so I guess, yeah, there's something to be said about tradition, keeping with these things, because a lot of the power that it holds, I guess, in that realm of mind comes from it being attached to the human world in long traditions, I suppose, and over time things imprint and other energies or things follow it too. So yeah, tradition can be a powerful thing, and holding it in a certain lineage, as also discussed in the last video, the gypsies and organized groups, secret societies, etc., etc. So I guess before I get into any sort of reading details, I'll state a few things about psychicness, the psychic phenomena. I guess it's relation to tarot and fortune telling, its relation to psychic phenomena. What can be said? What can be fucking said? Well, I guess one thing of its essence is the tradition it holds. That's one thing I stated in this sense. But I guess, like I also said in the last video, we're dealing with another realm of mind. Which is right hemisphere, intuitive, abstract. I don't even know if language really is in that part of the mind, but it understands symbols, and this is a device to bring that realm into an organized plane. So yeah, that's one part of the psychicness to it, as I seem to be turning it. Yeah, so, and that also connects to the subconscious and the energy bodies, but we won't go into that. We want to stick to the subconscious realms, which is probably some of the essence of this realm of psychicness. So I guess the subconscious knows more than the conscious mind, and it can make certain connections. All it really needs is a certain amount of things, and it can probably direct or fill in the gaps itself, wherein lies some dangers. So really, it's not really a phenomenon if you know the processes that are taking place, and even in those states being able to use the conscious mind to direct things also, if that makes sense. So I guess in a sense, like someone like if you're just doing it plainly as a trick, a party trick, you can use certain keys, like fishing keys, like getting a J or some dead person starting with a J or something like that. You know, that's a key into it as well. Like these are certain triggers, but not into like that sort of thing. This is like into the mind. This is like using this as a stepping stone into the mind. So, and it can be way more accurate as well, more than these fishing things, especially if you've got someone who's really good at it and someone who understands the human being as a social creature and all that. Psychology comes into it as well. Yeah, so I'm not gonna. So, and here's the surprise, there's the two cards. I haven't even looked at them myself. Leave them in the superposition. No one knows what they are. They could change at any moment, but what we have here will remain. I think hasn't changed as far as I can see. Okay, so the past is, I guess, the grounding of the question that I guess is not important. So we have a 7 of clubs. The clubs in this arrangement, in this parallel of the fortune telling with cards, is generally a good suit. Same with diamonds. The only bad card is a spade. And I guess if you're going to reverse it, but there's enough spades in here for me to tell what's going on. So we have a strong. It's interesting because they don't really mention numerology, but I guess since they're taking out every card from 2 to 6, kind of cuts out a lot of that, but I'll use it. So we got the 7 of clubs. We'll see what the book says anyway. Clubs. It's a nice simple method as well, because you only got 4 suits. Okay. And then you go straight to a change for the worse. No, that's spades, only joking. Success with money. Reversed his financial worries and losses, obviously. But it's a strong card to me numerologically and being a club card. So if you get a run of clubs, which we have in here, I think that's supposed to be good. I don't think 3 sevens is good. Just like gives you a few extra tips, which is handy to get you into that realm of thinking, because you need as many props as you can get. Run of hearts is good. So we started off with like a good card, generally speaking, concerning the question. And to confirm that, the next card is like a 9 of diamonds, as we've seen. The 9 of diamonds is... Well, diamonds are supposed to be a good card, but it says here anxiety news, reverse danger, family quarrels. Okay. So we've gone from a power card into not so nice card. So that's interesting. Anxiety news. Well, I guess that's pretty broad. Okay, so we get into the nitty gritty, the spades. where might this anxiety, so we're looking at a king, I'd say an evil king, some dominant force. This is pretty general, but it looks like a man, and coupled with a jack, that's two men, two spades, and two dark men. So in the book it says untrustworthy lawyer, something like that. And the spade is also a bad-mannered person, or deceitful. More so bad-mannered, but also in a position of power. So we've got the two coupling, and this is relevant to the question I asked concerning a few trolls on my channel. So that's interesting. At least it's not acknowledging my question. So 8 of diamonds, like, see, it's talking to me in different ways, but we'll go with the book as well. We'll go a balance between what I'm seeing and the book. Diamond values. Okay, so 8 of diamonds here. I'm not too good with 8s. I'm talking a short journey. Yeah, it's slightly a bit of an affectionate card, amorous, but it being an 8, yeah, not too. It's false affection, it seems to be, and followed on by another spade card seems to confirm it. There's 2 spades there. It's another 8. So. That was, I should go back to spade values. So 9, failure. So yeah, 8 of spades, sorrow, rejected affection. 7 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds. An unfriendly criticism, childish criticisms. Queen of diamonds, Queen of spades is the second last card. A widow or a faithful friend, intrigue is reversed, treacherous woman. And then the ace of spades to end that. Satisfaction in love, or a high building, or disappointments. So either way, it looks like the outcome of the past. So you want certain connections, like, I guess, the beginning and the end card, because it's like there has to be closure. So yeah, there is closure, so that seems to be working out or in balance around the preliminaries concerning my question. It wasn't just like, it was a bit more broad. I asked a pretty broad question, it wasn't specific. Okay, so we're moving into the present now with the Jack of Hearts. Still in lovey mode for some reason. It goes into the heart mode, but we're talking Jack of Hearts, so a pleasure-loving bachelor, a friend or lover. So this is present meaning, and then we've got a 7 of hearts. Remember, couples or triples mean different things. So we got a running theme there, and leading on from the past as well. 7 of hearts. Contentment and favors. Okay. King of clubs. So it's interesting that king of clubs is an opposing king to the one above it, directly. King of clubs, so a dark man, friendly and straight. We've got 2 10s. I think 3 10s is bad, but 2 10s. So there's 2 10s and 2 queens here, coupled together, which is an interesting arrangement. So it's given us something interesting to look at. 2 10s. I think 3 10s is more of an omen, so we'll just go with the individual diamonds. Maybe. Journey or removal. Coupled with another 10, this should give us good fortune. Oh no, it's not. It's a spade. Damn. Long journey. Grief. Yeah, okay, so it's not going too well. We might have an offset here with the 10 of diamonds. So we have, once again, good and bad in the past and present. There's 2. They're showing us the good and bad, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. And there is a lot of good and bad in this, it seems like. So we got 1 10 of diamonds, which is like someone, a fair person or something. So which is also a reverse of the jack above it. So these seem to have a connection too. But yeah, we show once again. But okay, we got 2 queens anyway. Queen of diamonds. Yeah, fair woman. Okay, we're looking at that. Ace of diamonds. Marriage offer. Ring. Which is interesting, because yeah, it was something part of my question as well. 8 of hearts. Success. A wish card. Interesting. Seems to be success following the Ace of diamonds, so it's not just mixed up. It did have a good run. There's only one real bad card in this present mix, and there's opposing things and like refreshing, good opposing forces to the negative cards. So the end card here is a Jack of diamonds, which is an official, a messenger. Okay, so we've got 2 jacks connecting the beginning and the end of the present situation, which is an interesting combination. We had a very nice solid conclusion in the past, and it's nearly all 4 corners of this arrangement are aces too. There's only one corner which is a 7. Okay, so it starts off Ace of Hearts. Okay, I might go down, just do the first and last card of this and end it. This must just sound like I'm rambling at this stage. Ace of Hearts. Good news, house. A love letter. Plenty of lovey stuff, and ends with the Ace of Clubs. This isn't going to be good. Oh no, good luck. Papers or letters. So we got 2. Yeah, we got messenger things happening as the messenger emerges from the present situation. The future also follows that, and it also ends that with I guess, enforcing and reassuring, and for the 2 surprise cards that you're supposed to leave at the end, we got a 10 of hearts and 7 of spades. Good fortune and happiness for the 10 of hearts. 7 of spades is a change for the worse. I know, a resolution actually. So seems whatever negative cards is there's like sufficient forces of good to combat them. So yeah, so a few of my questions were answered there. Yeah, not a bad $6 book. Check it out. 80s rocks, man. 80s rocks.